is today's Flashback 4. Pause the video here and have a go at the questions. Don't forget to name the shape in the top right hand corner. Here are the solutions. And the shape is a rectangle. Today we're learning about adding decimals with a different number of decimal places. Let's have a look at an example. 2.5 and 3.16. The first number has ones and tenths, but the second number has ones, tenths and hundredths. Let's represent both of those numbers in the place value grid using counters. Now, look at the column method to the right. Notice how I've lined up the decimal points. The first thing that we need to do is look at the hundredths column. We need to do 0 hundredths add 6 hundredths. This is equal to 6 hundredths. Next, let's look at the tenths. 5 tenths add 1 tenth. This is equal to 6 tenths. And finally, the ones column. 2 ones add 3 ones is equal to 5 ones. So 2.5 add 3.16 is equal to 5.66. Take a look at these two calculations. They've been incorrectly lined up. Pause the video here and have a go at rewriting them, remembering to line up the decimal points. Here are the corrected versions. Pause the video here and have a go at questions 1 to 7 on the worksheet. In this example, some of the digits are missing. Let's put counters into our place value grid for the digits that we do know. First, let's look in the hundredths column. The number of hundredths in the answer is 7. And there are 7 hundredths in our hundredths column. So we don't need to add any hundredths. Now let's look in our tenths column. There are currently 3 tenths, and the total is 6 tenths. So we need to add another 3 tenths. So the missing number of tenths is 3. Now let's look in our ones column. There are already 5 ones in our ones column, and there are 5 ones in our answer. So 0 ones are needed. Now let's look in our tens column. There is 1 10 in the tens column, but there are 2 10s in our answer. So we need another 1 10. Now let's look at a slightly trickier example. We'll start again by representing the digits that we know using counters in our place value grid. The hundredths is quite straightforward. We have 4 hundredths in the first number, and we need 6. So the second number must end with 2 hundredths. The tenths column is fine, as we know both digits. What's happening in the ones column? At first, this appears rather confusing, because how can 5 ones add something equal 1 1? What helps is looking in the tens place. Both tens digits are given, 1 and 2, yet the total number of tens is 4. So the ones needs to be more than 10 ones, so that we can exchange for 1 10. So to be left with 1 1, we need to add 6 ones. Now we can exchange 10 ones for 1 10. So the missing digit was 6. Pause the video here and have a go at questions 8 and 9 on the worksheet.